Hey, how's it going? It's me, RDV. I'm back here again with Zach on Top 5 Tuesdays, which
We changing the name though.
we might be changing the name, the Top 10 Tuesdays. Since technically what we do is we take 5 books each from our pull list. So we have a list of 10 at the end of the stream. That being said, I hope you guys are having a safe, wonderful Tuesday night. Hopefully it's not raining and cold like it is here by me in the Great North.
It is down here too in the Great South.
It's,
Cold and wet.
all right. Make your jokes off camera. All right.
Keep it PG in the chat, folks. Keep it PG in the chat. No, I'm just kidding.
Hello, Tiva Black Cat, who's calling us. Wow. I don't know if it's a compliment or he's just saying to everybody. But hello to MP Real Goddess. Thank you for showing up. Hello to Eloise, the viewer. You're here at the
Eloise.
beginning.
Hey.
Seems to be no Maranya, I guess.
Isn't she?
On
I thought
Wednesday?
she was. No, today's Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
I thought wasn't she doing something? Was she out of town? I know she was Sunday, wasn't she?
She has Renaissance Fair on Sunday.
Was that this Sunday or was that next Sunday?
The day before Halloween, she has Renaissance Fair.
Next Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
Or this one coming up. The Northerners. I like that. I get that reference, Eloise.
All right.
The Lord in the North.
And don't be too shy. If he starts roboting or one of us robots it, let us know in the chat.
Yeah. Let me know if I sound weirder than I normally do.
I think they'll do that regardless.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, make your jokes, but I'm being serious.
Right. All right. So might as well jump right into this. If those are not familiar with this, I guess I said before in the beginning, we take 5 books from our pull list that we are basically really looking forward to read this week. Obviously on Thursday nights, if you haven't seen so, we continue basically from this conversation, talking about the books that we got, showing those off, but also if the books that we chose tonight that are still in their top 5 on Thursdays. So,
hey, Dick Quinn.
You like it. Now holding back the jokes.
Always.
Which one is this roboted?
Well, Eloise said Northern Winds, so I'm guessing they're talking about you.
Oh. All right. So I'm just gonna share my screen. Well, then again, you also remember that people don't know which.
Oh, it's me. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Interesting.
Well, if he robots out, you at least get a top 5. All right. So that being that said, we'll go with you right away, Mr. Robot. Give us your number 5.
Domo arigato. Okay. My number 5, I'm going to go ahead and just get the predictable one out of the way. Ash isn't here, so he can't make fun of me yet. DC Mech number 4 comes out this week. And I'm unashamed to say it. I have been liking this series, this little mini series here. Writer is Kenny Porter. God, how far down do you have to go?
I see Marvel's Mech Strikes.
No, not the Marvel one.
Where's the DC one?
Where is DC?
You sure it's out this week?
Yeah, it's on my pull list.
It's not all the way up here. Wow.
Of course, it's not going to be up. It must not be very popular.
I had to look because I was like, I forgot Marvel X-Men Legends is coming out. How? See?
Oh wow. Oh, Batman. Oh, there it is. Right next to Young Justice. Go up. Up one more row. There you go. All the way to your right.
Okay. I saw Young Justice and I quickly scrolled past because I'm
not that Young Justice.
I know, but I'm still triggered by Young Justice now.
I hear you. But no, so the writer on this, Kenny Porter, and then the artist, Baldemar Rivas, or Rivas. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. He's a really good artist, actually. I'm really enjoying the style that he brings to the story.
Okay.
It's really fun. I've been liking it. The Justice League are pretty much at this point, they're kind of like, if you've seen the Pacific Rim movies, they're kind of just like that force of giant mech robots that fight off other giant-sized threats. They went up against Darkseid in the last issue, and I believe, if I remember right, where it left off was Superman and his mech had been thrown all the way back to Earth, and he crash landed in the middle of the Kent's farm or Smallville or something like that. So now we're gonna get this whole redone version of him meeting the Kents. I do love these covers also. I think these are Dan Mora's covers, where he'll show the Justice League member and then also their mech, and he does like the little schematics for it. Those are really cool.
I don't think it's him. I think it's the other guy. I guess you're right. It is him. Okay.
It is Dan Mora, yeah, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. It's simple. It's kind of like, it's like Marvel's Mech Strike or Jurassic League. It's not meant to be a super deep read. It's something that you can get for kids. It's if you want a lighthearted sci-fi story, it's something you can get for yourself. That's why I've been liking it. And it's just been a lot of fun.
The only thing, the downside of this, there's no video game to attach to get codes for.
That's true. This is the perfect kind of book for that.
Which I never understood from Marvel. Like, why isn't there a Mech Strike game?
Because they have a million other games. They don't need a Mech Strike.
All these mobile app games, there's not a Mech Strike game.
There's Transformers games.
Mobile apps. Marvel does all these Marvel does all these mobile apps, but they've never decided. And I said Marvel is usually the one that does all the mobile fighting game apps. So I'm surprised they didn't do this.
Yeah.
But this is, of course, this is DC though, which is basically, I gotta say, how is the story different from the Marvel one?
So with the Marvel one, that one is, so in the Marvel one, if I remember correctly, Doctor Doom stole some mystical artifact and is making these giant mechs to give villains. And there's some supernatural elements in there too. With this one, it's kind of it's an Elseworld story, so it's not something that could take place in main continuity. But in this one, Darkseid and his parademons, they have these giant mechs, and they wiped out like half the Justice Society, and then the Justice League came along and built their own mechs. Superman coming to Earth, he hasn't even met the Kents yet. He's met Batman and the Justice League before he's met the Kents. So it's kind of, some stuff has gotten tossed around. Steve Trevor just died, so Wonder Woman's kind of like on a berserker rage.
And then Superman single.
They haven't showed Lois Lane yet, so yeah. So, who knows how that's going to go. But yeah, no, it's just been really fun. It's a little out of continuity, fun mech story. So, if you like I said, if you like things like Pacific Rim, maybe... what is it? Gundam or Evangelion. If you like any of those mech animes, maybe this would be a little bit simpler than those, but maybe you could find some enjoyment in this. But
if you like giant robots fighting giant robots, are there any monsters in this?
No monsters.
So it's
parademons, but they're not. They're normal size. They're in giant mechs.
I'm just saying, if you like Gundam, you like the Voltron, but
Voltron, that's another one. Yeah.
That's my other question though. Do these Justice League robots merge together and create a giant Megazord?
No, they not yet. I haven't seen them do that yet. The closest that I've seen them do, so both Hal Jordan and John Stewart both co-pilot one Green Lantern mech. So it's very much like Pacific Rim.
Lame. I want the Megazords to go together. I want
Hey, there's still 2 issues left. Who knows? I think that'd be really cool. There's a lot of fun combinations you could do. If you had like a Booster Gold and Blue Beetle mech, you combine them together. I think that would be.
Everybody knows Power Rangers. People love Power Rangers stuff, the mech stuff. It's a common thing. I think even Kamen Rider had his own mech suit, probably. It's been a while. I watched the English version. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's like make the toys.
Yeah, I could actually see this doing really well as a toy line, but I could probably do very well with a lot of DC's marketing decisions if they would listen to me, but they're not going to.
Right.
So, but anyway, that is why this is my number 5 pick. It's lighthearted, it's fun, but that's all.
It's lighthearted, it's fun, it's Zach.
It's very much me. It's giant robots beating up giant robots.
Yay!
What else did you expect, folks?
Just true as a fair point. We all know you.
That's true.
All right. Go
Well,
down.
you say that, but do you know what else is on my top five? Do you know what my 4 remaining books are?
Well, obviously the Marvel Mech Strike.
Well, not on. I mean, that's on my pull list, but that didn't make the top 5.
Exterminators is on there.
I'm not commenting.
All right. So Scorched 11 is my number 5.
Ah, okay.
Like I said, this book's been. I'm not a big Todd McFarlane fan. I Mainly because every time I've tried to read Spawn, he's a dick. I just don't care for him. He's McFarlane's Batman, and they're really trying to make it as far as create do his own little I guess Avengers team with this. Yeah. That's what kind of piqued my interest. I was like, oh, you're doing something different here. You got the different spawns, and then you got the she spawn and whatever. If you think about it, they're pretty much just basically symbiotes. You think about it, the way their powers work.
Kinda. I can see that.
Hey, Mariah, you finally showed up.
I dig that cover too. I'm getting the other cover, but that one does look really good.
And yeah, I said Steven Segovia is doing the interior art in this.
Perfect.
So I've been enjoying that. And here's the other cover.
The Keen, the cover B. I love the way that cover flows, where it's like there's like a mountain of these monsters that they're fighting.
Yep. I believe it's a plague, isn't it?
I believe so. They almost look like the Trench, but yeah, they look like the plague.
They're like the Mole Man, or I guess actually it kind of looks like they look like the Carnage symbiotes from Absolute Carnage.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say if the symbiotes crossed over with the Mole Men or the Moloids, yeah.
But overall, I've been having fun with this. Like I said, it is. I tried reading the ongoing King Spawn. I picked up the first issue. I went to the second one, and I just couldn't get into it. It's maybe people like it more than I do. That's cool. I just couldn't get into it because it just felt just too blah, The other thing is that Todd McFarlane wasn't writing it either. Thank God.
Yeah, he hasn't been writing. He had like some story credits on the first several issues, but I don't think I've seen his name credited on Scorched in a while. It's been maybe a couple months since I've seen his name credited. It's been Sean Lewis doing most of the storytelling.
And that's the thing too. I mean, every once in a while I see on his Instagram, I follow my Todd McFarlane will post a video of what he's working on with his toys. He's releasing, or he's doing the digital editing for the Scorch. So I've been seeing him do that stuff, touching it up. So he does that process. So, like I said, Todd McFarlane, not that great of a writer, good artist, and
good businessman.
Good businessman, yeah, I did, and loves the fans. Like I said, I think of the people who actually care about their fans. It's Chuck Dixon, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, and what's his name? Guy from The Flash, Jeremy Adams. Right now.
Every time you say Chuck Dixon's name, I'm gonna keep count and take a drink.
Get some more alcohol. Oh.
That in post-crisis.
Well, no, you think about it. The current day writers that actually care about their fans, not that many you see on social media or interacting with them.
That's true. True. Jeremy Adams, because he liked, because there was like a tweet that I made about the Justice Society, and then you commented, and I think he liked both of them. It's like I always see Jeremy Adams doing stuff like that on Twitter.
JSC. I said if you're gonna do a JSC movie, Jeff
because you wanted to cross it over with the show.
Why not? If Jeff Johns is doing the show connected to the actual movie.
Yeah, but they like to keep those separate. I don't agree with that.
Well, now see, that's the guy before his Zablov. This guy might change it though.
Oh, maybe. You make a good point.
Because James Gunn is now in charge of the DC Studios.
That's right. Yes. James Gunn had a pretty big day today.
Yes. If you guys didn't notice that, James Gunn would actually announce that he's going to be the co-head, along with Peter Safran.
So DC films, animation, television,
and film, animation, and TV, and Warner Brothers Discovery. So That's good because as far as James Gunn, we deal with the Suicide Squad. Now, my only thing is like, will the animated movies get better? But that's another discussion though for another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my number five. So let's go to your number four.
All right, my number 4 is, and this is gonna be, people are gonna be a little. This is a little outside of my normal. Last time I went outside of my normal area, I ended up getting Miracle Man, and that was a mixed bag.
Are you,
I still haven't finished reading that one
I'll have to
actually.
put you down if you're going to Amazing Spider-Man.
No, I'm not getting Amazing Spider-Man. It's not a Kate book. It's not a superhero book. This is an indie book. It's from Am I even saying this right? Sumerian Comics, and it's called Sarah Lone.
Oh, okay, I'm talking about that's a little far down there.
Yeah, that's gonna be further down. Yeah, I think it's like a 4-issue miniseries. What's up, Twin? My boy from the West Coast. Yeah, Sarah Lone. So I was going through this week's polls, and I came across this one. No, I'm not just putting this on the list for the obvious reason, just the cover. There's actually some stuff in the synopsis that grabbed my attention. For example, it's a story that takes place in New Orleans, my hometown, in the 1960s. So I thought that was pretty cool. That kind of got my attention. So it's about this young woman, Sarah Lone. That's her stage name. She's this go-go burlesque dancer in New Orleans, accused of a crime, a murder that she didn't commit, and it looks like she's going to be getting strong-armed into working with the Secret Service to keep her from serving time. So yeah, it seems like a really cool story. All of the cover art, and the interior art is done by one guy, David Moranko, and the cover art looks really cool. All of these different covers are done by him. I really like his style. It's very, I don't know, there's a certain tone about it that I really like. But the writer is Eric Arno, and yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
So,
it says the young
a
woman
cool
with a
looking.
rough past finds herself caught in a destructive spiral. After brutal murder of her father, the owner of the modest shrimp fishery,
Yep.
so she returns to the countryside to take over the business on her own, despite her hostility around her. Basically, she is arrested during her trip back home for a murder that was committed at the strip club where she basically says she worked.
Hmm.
And she basically gets pursued by mafia killers. And she gets picked up by the cops, but then Secret Service take her in.
Yep.
So it's like the reason I kind of pass up on this book for this week because it feels like a book that should be written by either Brad Brubaker or Titan Comics.
I can very easily see this being an Ed Brubaker-esque story. Very, very easily. Maybe that's another reason why it grabbed my attention so easily. Because
Also,
I'm kind of on that Brubaker kick.
it's a $6 book and with 48 pages.
It is
And,
a
and, it's, and it's
$6
from a company I've never heard of. So it could turn out to be good. Hopefully it's good for you. I hope it's not mediocre because it's $5.99. That's pretty pricey for an indie book.
That is pretty pricey. Yeah, I mean, the thing I'm thinking is, it's a publisher that's not high up there like Marvel or DC. So I'm thinking you're probably not going to have not that many of those pages become ads. So I'm thinking you're going to get a lot of story in those 48 pages. Whereas now if you got a 48-page Marvel book, how many of those are going to be ads? I mean, you're going to be getting a lot of ads.
Like I said, I'm still waiting for them to write a book about based off the House on the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
So that's what I want.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's very Brubaker-esque. It's in New Orleans. Yes, there's the obvious cheesecake factor. I'm not going to deny that, Maranya. Obviously, that's what got me in the door. Once I got in the door, then the murder and everything, the murder plot, the Secret Service, all that's what got me to stay. But yeah, no, I'm kind of interested in this. I'm interested to see how. Hopefully, it works out better than my Miracle Man gamble did.
Like I said,
last week.
The reason I say the price, I think is kind of a little steep because it's a unknown publisher, at least to me.
Sumerian, yeah, I'd never heard of them before. So, maybe if this ends up being good, I'll have to see what else they have on their catalog.
I'll be surprised if he's even at my shop because he does. If nobody orders it for their pull list, he doesn't get it.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
All right. So hopefully it turns out to be a good book.
Yeah.
What has Eric Knox written before?
Undead Quinn says they may trade. Yeah, it's going to be a 4-issue miniseries. It may, I hate to say, it may be one of those books that ends up being better read as a trade. I know
Yeah.
that's one thing that we always talk about is a lot of these writers write for the trades instead of doing good, compelling single issues.
Are you gonna get this cover here?
That's the goal.
The
God, I
newspaper
love
ad.
that one. It looks like a Hanna-Barbera almost, doesn't
It
it? Like
looks
the
like a
animation.
newspaper. Doesn't it look like a newspaper clipping?
Kinda, but like the like the art style on the girl kind of looks like an old school Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Well, it looks like 60s. Yeah, the font.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. At the Blue Parrot. Doesn't that just sound like a savory saloon down by the dock where you can get stabbed by a pirate?
All right.
I know. She's encroaching on that Mary Jane and Marlowe territory.
I mean, I know why you're getting it because you like gingers.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Hashtag justice for Cyclone.
Yep.
But anyway, that's my number 4. That's my number 4.
All right. My number 4 is a book that when it first came out, it was how much higher on my list. But this go around, I because it's going up against our books that I've been enjoying for a while now.
Okay.
It's gonna be at number 4. It's Sergeant Rock.
Sergeant, wow, it's only number 4 for you this week? Dang.
Yeah,
There must
because
be some really good books you're looking forward to.
or
That
actually,
come out ahead.
you know what? I got that wrong. But it's actually I'll bring it up a little later. It is actually
okay.
I read it wrong because the reason why because actually the person writing it is a person that's actually in the other book. So
Okay.
I take it back. My goof.
Spoilers. Everyone forget.
But I won't tell you. But I'll just like it is my number. But my number 4 is to go further down because I know it's further down. Where did
it's not Exterminators.
No, it's not. I'm trying to figure out
I'm
what
kind
it
of
is.
shocked actually.
Where the hell
I figured you would have talked about it before I did.
Trying to figure out where it is. I saw it before. There it is. Army of Darkness. My bad because I clicked on the wrong one.
The other Army of Darkness.
The Bruce Campbell.
Gotcha.
See, it's weird having 2 Bruce Campbell books. Yeah.
Wait, this one's not written by Bruce Campbell.
No, but it's Bruce Campbell's character, Ash Williams.
Oh, okay.
The other ones were Bruce Campbell, but
I gotcha.
But actually, no, this is my number 4. And this has been a little higher on my list before. But I've been enjoying this, and I gotta say, there's one cover I've been looking forward to. Is this cover right here?
I've seen that one. That's fun.
Do you remember what issue of Spider-Man this is?
Oh God, I hate you so much. Is it Amazing Spider-Man? Like, what is it? 149? No, it's not 149.
No.
Mother.
I'll probably get it wrong too. I mean, I'm thinking. I'm guessing 129.
All right.
Even though we've read this like twice now.
Haven't we though? Yeah.
Yeah. But yep. Oh man. Hey.
20. I was off by 20. I was close. I was off by 20.
Yes. Dude, as soon as I saw this cover, I was like, dude, I don't care if the book sucks. That's a great cover.
That is a really cool cover though.
Eric Burnham is also a great writer too, so it's been fun. Dealing with time travel, the Necronomicon, and just if you like the Army of Darkness books, same feeling. The main character, Ash here, is written dialogue just like if you same with Army of Darkness.
Wait, they write Ash just like we know Ash, like he does 3, 2, 1 and pops a soda can.
He actually has his pinky extended when he beats up bad guys with his pinky extended. No, like I said, it's apart from your bad joke about Ash and Comics, who I wish he'd have a channel.
I wish he would too.
Yeah,
he's got so many great opinions.
Right. This has been a fun series. Like I said, I enjoy everything pretty much. I've watched Army of Darkness. I watched the Evil Dead TV series. I love basically all Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. I've been loving Army of Darkness comic books going through, or IDW, and this is no exception to it. You know, this has been a fun story. And if you like the Reanimator, Herbert Wesker, sniveling little geek that basically wants to basically have the power of they bring the dead back to life, fix it. He's been now his goal is to tweak it. Uh, it's a fun story. So that being said, I love it. The action's good. Name one good opinion he has.
I was being facetious.
Oh,
I mean, doesn't he like Pepsi? Maybe he likes Pepsi.
who likes Pepsi?
Did Nash like Pepsi? I thought he
Uh,
liked Pepsi. I know he doesn't like Little Caesars. That's one of his bad takes.
he did. Well, I'll just say this: if he likes Pepsi, doesn't that's why Eric doesn't get along with him.
Oh,
Eric's,
is that
Eric's,
Eric's a Coke guy?
yeah, we all know Eric drinks Coke.
That's true. I'm not I'm a Pepsi guy.
But yeah, 32 pages, just $3.99. Well worth it. So like I said, I just love this cover. He's groovy. He's deadly. He's Ash Williams, the most lethal guy with a gun ever. His assignment to kill Herbert West. Necronomicon Rising. It's a callback to these older covers, and I love the older covers. So, not too keen on the face. So it looks kind of weird, almost like an action figure. But overall, it's fun. They know and they capture the humor right. So that's why it's on my list at number 4.
Cool.
We'll go to your number 4.
Well, we did my number 4 because I went first. So now we're on my number 3.
Oh, number 3. Oh, sorry, number 3.
That's all right. My number 3, I've got a couple of, I don't know, my number 3 and my number 2, they kind of go together. They're kind of like hand in hand. They complement one another. Maybe. I don't know. My number 3 book this week, I know Skip's in the chat. He's about to give his voice of approval. I'm just going to give his voice of approval on a few books that I talk about. I've got Detective Comics, number 1065, from the great Ram V. I have been, so we're getting we're getting 2 stories, a tale of 2 stories. No, so yeah, after after the events of the last issue, this long lost family of Gotham City has shown up. They've thwarted the League of Assassins. Ram V has been crafting this. It's really a slow burn. I dig that cover. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but I really want that cover.
I'll tell you who got it. Skipitosh.
Oh, did he? I did. You're right. I saw that. That is a sweet cover. And it was like I saw that and I was like, wait a second, are they about to bring Mr. Freeze in?
For $9, he got it actually.
I love Mr. Freeze. If they can ever write Mr. Freeze in a way that's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Am I back?
Now you're back.
Okay. Yeah, my internet cut out for a second. My internet is so weird. They just jacked up my bill like $40, and I've had like 3 outages in the last week. So thanks, Cox Internet. I can make many jokes about your name. But anyway,
I was just switching AT&T.
I'm thinking about it. But no, Ram V has been doing this really great slow burning build up with this new group, this new faction that's coming to Gotham. Whispers of Barbados returning. It's just been it's such a good contrast to the action heavy, adrenaline pumping Batman series that Zdarsky is doing. I find that this really does a good job, tackling the other side, the detective side, the makes you think side of Batman. And so yeah,
and it does have its moments of action in it too.
It does. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you can't have a Batman story.
It's a slow build to. I hope it has a great climax at the end.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good. I love the fact. I mean, I won't. In case anyone hasn't read it or haven't read too far ahead in it, I don't want to spoil it. But I do like the certain villain that they seem to be putting in the spotlight. I like that it's not. I will say it's not the Joker, which makes me very happy. Because the Joker is overused horribly these days. But I like that Ram V is starting to kind of use these other villains, these other characters. Also, the way Raphael Albuquerque, his art is really fantastic. I think I talk about it every time there's a new issue that comes out. It's just really great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. There's 2 stories. There's Simon Spurrier is on one of them. Simon Spurrier is kind of hit or miss with me. There's not too many books that he's written that I've read that I can say great things about. Some of them, I mean, I think the best I could say is that it was an okay.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm coming for Ram V. Simon Spurrier is kind of like the opener, right? He's
Some
headline. He's
somebody clip that.
headlining. Wait, clip what?
What you said about what you're doing for Ram V.
He's the opener. He's the headliner.
I know, but you said you're coming for.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. It's
Good
just
Lord. I know. I'm
drink
just
some more milk there, bro.
This is eggnog, sir. Because it is in the stores now. Not a moment too soon. But yeah, no, Detective Comics has been great so far. Still can't get over the fact that that DC's got me reading 2 Batman books. What a world. But yeah, this is my number 3.
I gotta say though, your comment about the Joker being overrated, overused.
Yeah,
it's being overused by people who don't know how to write them. That's what it is.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that.
Because I could say that Batman's being overused.
Oh no, Batman is definitely being overused. Oh no, you're 100% correct. Batman is infinitely more overused than the Joker. But yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. It is. I mean, as overused as he is, here I am reading 2 Batman books, but it's because of the talent of the writers behind the project.
I mean, you can do stories without Joker being the main bad guy, but like, to me, if you do a really phenomenal, good job storytelling, and the Joker makes sense for him to be the bad guy, and it actually works out.
Yeah,
like I like that. But like I said, I he's the antagonist. He's the guy because Batman does not kill. And where do you draw the line? You know, like Joker kills your loved one. Obviously, you're going to want to cross the line. You know, because he skirts that line, and I love that something about Joker. He makes him skirt that line. Where they've basically written Two-Face and all the other ones as just being like, okay, next they're C-list, they're D-list.
Yeah.
So I said, and that's a problem with a lot of DC writers today. And I'll go back here and get that little chalkboard out because I'll say Chuck Dixon wrote the Rogue Gallery better. There you go.
Best 2.
I know Black Cat will back me up on that.
No, but I agree. I think if Joker was being better written or by more competent creators, yeah, I probably wouldn't complain about him as much.
That's with me with Superman. I'm sick of Darkseid.
Seriously?
Darkseid's in everything.
I don't think he's in everything as much as Thanos is.
Odyssey, he's in Deceased now. Being the bad guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
one.
What else is he going to pop up in next? I'm just saying.
That's it, though. That's one thing. Joker's in like what's the second thing?
No, he was in Justice League Odyssey. He was the main bad guy.
Justice League Odyssey was like 5 years ago, though.
It wasn't 5 years ago.
Well, it was not this year. It was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I'm just saying that's 2 things.
Well, you don't have to say that word because I already brought it up by mentioning Chuck Dixon.
It's not like, God dog it. I'm just saying, Joker had his own ongoing series. There was the 3 Joker storyline. There was a Joker War. We have a Batman Joker Deadly Duo series coming out. I'm just saying, Joker has been places way more than Darkseid has. So,
best rogues. Chuck Dixon.
God dang it.
If you didn't hear that correctly, Chuck Dixon. Every time I say Chuck Dixon, he has to take a drink. He chose this himself. I didn't tell him to.
That's true.
Okay,
it was in 2020. Okay, 2 years ago then. It feels like 5. COVID added like 3 years onto my life, so.
I guess when he does
or took 3 years from my life, I guess is the more accurate. Yeah.
Feels like one long year hasn't ended yet.
Yeah, right. It's like dog years. Is Joker's series still out? I thought they ended it. I thought it's
still going.
It is? Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what Rosenberg or
probably
Tynion? Anyway, this is my number 3. We're on the Joker now. We're off in the weeds on the Joker.
All right. I just want to make sure quickly that Undead Quinn had said his number 3, because he only has 3 books this week, was Return of the Chilling Adventures in Sorcery. He's going to cover B. I passed it up because I saw a scene of Grace and I said, hell no.
Bateman was like, get that away from me.
Because I was like, cool, an Archie book. I'm like, I just read the Salem one. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read this. I'm like, oh, Cena Grace is on it. Pass.
You're like, no,
But
thank you.
Undead Quinn, hopefully you work out, you get your money's worth, and then Cena Grace doesn't bring down the whole entire book for you, or actually does the surprises. Because remember, sometimes writers can actually just write good stories. Sometimes
Yeah, it all depends on the character. I think it's
it
like,
all depends on the editor. If they're telling them that, hey, you can't do
or
this
maybe
shit.
that too. Yeah, that too.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, all right. So, my number 3 is Moon Knight, annual number 1.
Yeah, I love this cover, by the way.
Werewolf by Night, dude.
Werewolf by. Isn't this an homage to the first? Is this an homage to that first issue they were in together? It looks very similar.
Well, he's in there. He's listed in there. So is Marlene. So I believe they're gonna have the story involving Marlene, and
Marlene is coming back. What?
Or you know, it's probably gonna be a flashback.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so Homecoming, Werewolf by my Moon Knight. In the dark hole, there is a prophecy of how God my day. Jack Russell, more familiar with the curse than most, would like very much to kill a god and save his people, and be bound, and the people bound in servitude to the moon. But to fill that prophecy requires the blood of the fist of Khonshu, and Moon Knight doesn't bleed easily. 36 pages for $5.
Not bad.
Like I said, I've been loving Jim McKay's writing on this. He actually understands it, you know. And he just does what we want. I mean, so far, I haven't had a bad story by him so far. But
I do like how Werewolf. I like how he has the moon crescent sticking out of him. That is like it was in the cover of his of Moon Knight's first appearance.
I love this, the bright white, you know, the lunar stuff.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yep, that's by Nick Klein.
Make your jokes now, Evil Black Cat. Zach likes the white cover.
Sienkiewicz. Whatever you prefer.
Oh, that's got a nice Gotham by Gaslight aesthetic to it.
That's more like a Spectre.
Kind of.
That's what it looks like to me.
Spectre by Gaslight.
And then there's the one here.
Is that just like a blank cover?
Yep.
I guess. Okay. I'm so used to now when E shows these covers on his auction that have like the full, like they're impressed on or they're pressed in. Like there's the images that are in there, but you have to like tilt it in the light to see it. But anyway.
No, it's not the weight effect for me. It's just that I've been reading too much of Cena Grace and the other two writers on that story or on that book. The Chilling Adventures thing. I just don't want to risk the money on it. All right, so that is my number 3, sir.
Alrighty, sir.
And I will not make the Zach joke on that.
Go for it. By all means, I encourage it.
No, I don't.
Wait. We can start the show now. We can start now. Ash is here.
I won't tease you for drinking white milk.
It's eggnog. It's not milk. It's eggnog.
Is it Chuck Dixon approved?
It's got whiskey, bourbon, and rum in it. I don't know if that makes it approved then.
Probably.
This is literally the strongest thing I've ever drank.
Drink some more.
I'm gonna be passed out tonight. Anyway, what's up, Ash? Welcome to the show. You missed it. I actually had a really obscure indie book in my pull list. You're gonna have to backtrack and find out.
It was a ginger cheesecake.
A ginger cheesecake stripper, New Orleans murder, Brubaker-esque title. Yeah, that's how I'm classifying it. I do, Ash. I do everything before, and if it can be Christmas before Halloween, then I will do it. But anyway,
I don't care. He can drink whatever he wants to drink. We're not getting sponsored by anything.
That's true. Unless they want to sponsor the show. Are you a drink company that wants to sponsor us? All right.
I wish Coors would.
Coors Banquet.
I'd be drunk all the time.
Be like Johnny Lawrence, just like chugging banquets all the time.
And I wouldn't be drinking that piss White Claw either.
Send it to the internet. Hash brown banquet. Anyway, Skip. By the way, I agree with you. Spectre. They need to do a JSA movie. I think they should have done that before Black Adam, but I just say that because I'm biased. I'm a big JSA fan. All right. Excuse me. So my number 2 book. We're already on the number 2s. Action Comics, number 1048. Not going for that cover. Hopefully that's not the cover.
Actually, Ash, it is Uggs weather.
I am not either wearing Uggs or drinking pumpkin spice because I'm not a college age blonde.
As
girl.
I like to call them, peasant boots, because they look like a freaking like you're cosplaying a poor person because you can't afford normal boots or shoes.
I think if you can't afford normal boots or shoes, aren't you just barefoot?
No.
Okay.
Because basically, Uggs are like burlap sacks you just tie around your feet.
No, not really. My sister had some Uggs. They were lined on the inside, and really comfortable.
Or for you freaking Star Wars nerds. It's Han Solo month.
Wait, what?
Yes, where they have the black jackets on, the vests with the white with the long sleeve white t-shirts and the boots. Yes.
Yeah, but those aren't Ugg boots though. Those are like pirate boots or something. Whatever. Stop dragging me off in the weeds. I'm trying to talk about my books.
I gotta bury you somewhere.
God dog it. Anyway, Evil Black Cat says I want a JSA movie because I didn't want a Black Adam movie. That's a lie, sir. I've been waiting for The Rock's Black Adam movie ever since I read about it in a Wizard magazine when I was 16 years old.
He's like Kara. Once you go black, Kello, you can't go back.
I saw that Frank Cho cover. That's pretty good, Frank Cho. No, so anyway, Action Comics. Yeah, this is 1048. I am so upset that I didn't jump on this series earlier. So this is continuing on right after Superman comes back from Warworld. If you're not familiar with what happened during the whole Warworld Revolution, I'm not going to go too far into the spoilers.
Well, in order to get the full story, you need to read Superman, Son of Kal-El.
No, you do not.
It says continue for Superman Kal-El and then continue in.
Well, I'm not reading those, so
you're missing a good chunk of the story, sir.
They're going to do a previously in, probably, maybe. If not, then I don't care, because it'll be about Jonathan Kent. But no, Philip Kennedy Johnson has actually done, I was really surprised the last issue I got. I was surprised at how good it was. I was like, dang, I need to go back and reread through, this whole run that he's done. So yeah, Superman returned from Warworld. Now, something they did that I thought was interesting is, so he's got, these 2 kids that he brought with him that were orphans from Warworld, and they don't have parents. So it looks like DC knows that people miss young John Kent, but rather than going through the steps of de-aging him, which I don't even think that they could properly do.
They just one day ignore it.
Well, they could, but they're not going to because it's DC.
With Son of Kal-El finally being canceled, there's no book for him.
Well, anyway, so he's brought back these 2 kids that he and Lois are going to adopt. That in the last issue, it was really heartwarming, really touching. I thought, it's something Superman would do. I think if he saw these 2 kids with nowhere to go, he would, adopt them. So that was really cool. Hey, by the way, there's no dark side in this, Venkman, so don't worry. There's no dark side.
There will be.
It's Luthor. It's Luthor and Metallo, which are 2 of my favorite Superman villains.
Is Luthor a villain, or is he just, hey, I'm on your side, Kal-El?
No, he's actually. I think he's collaborating with Metallo, or he's about to.
Like I said, if Luthor, I don't want Luthor to be an anti-villain or whatever.
I didn't care for that either. What was that with Rebirth Justice League, where he was on the Justice League?
Giving him a Superman crest? No.
I didn't care for that.
There's a reason why I prefer, and mark it down, post-crisis.
God dog it.
Is because they actually understood what the fans wanted. We wanted Lex Luthor to be the mastermind, the one that Superman can't get thrown in jail. He can't prove it, but he knows he's behind everything.
Okay, so you're also getting in this. I mean, you're getting Steel
again. Skip. That was the first one I showed.
Yeah, that's the one that I really want. I love the colors on that, and Perry White yelling at Jimmy Olsen.
No wonder you're getting it. Look at this. There's all white people on here. There's your joke.
Hey, look, it's Cat Grant. Haven't seen her since Supergirl season 1.
Haven't seen her since post crisis.
God, I just took a sip. Son of a mug. Anyway, no, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
You've got Bibbo
Lana-
Babowski,
Lana and Pete Ross.
Lana and Pete. I mean, I don't know why they got the horse and the monkey in there. Those seem like some really weird choices. You could have put Steele and Connor Kent in there, but okay. Or maybe it's supposed to be like a Silver Age thing. I don't know.
Why does Perry White look like Eric Breen?
He does. All he's missing is the Fred Flintstone shirt.
It's underneath.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed the last issue I read. I'm looking forward to this one. I am gonna probably give it a try once it goes through the relaunch in January, where they're gonna turn it into like an anthology series. I know Philip Kennedy Johnson is still staying on it. I think they're gonna have. I know Leah Williams is gonna be on it writing a Power Girl story.
Mm-hmm.
Match made in heaven, in my opinion. I forgot who the other writer was. I don't remember. I don't think it was Dan Jurgens. It might have been somebody else. But Superman, I'm actually about to get really invested in some Superman books because I think Joshua Williamson is going to be writing Superman starting in January. So yeah,
I still want to know who's taking over Catwoman because in March, Tini Howard is going to be writing, taking over Harley Quinn.
Oh joy!
So I'm wondering, like, are they going to just throw somebody else on there, or is it going to be Stephanie Phillips, or are they going to keep Tini Howard on and just have her just write 2 characters?
It's not unheard of. I mean, Joshua Williamson's written multiple titles.
Yeah, but Josh Williams is actually a good writer. He can handle.
He's actually, yeah, you're right. That is right. Well, no, what was it on one of the aficionados? I don't know if it was this Saturday or last Saturday, but on Comics Aficionados, like a lot of the writers that people don't sing the highest praises of, like the reason that they get work is because they're just competent workers. Like they're like they just do the work, they get it in by the deadline. So I guess as long as she's getting it in by the time they say turn in your work, then yeah, she'll probably write both. Ash just gave us his whole top 4 or 5 through 2.
Yeah, he's catching up to us.
No.
Wow.
So not a fan of that cover. Something about the face.
Looks good. George Reeves, I guess.
Yeah, again with the George Reeves look, because they did that with the last issue. It was like a painted George Reeves almost cover, which I appreciate. I appreciate the homage.
All right. We are being asked by Even Black Cat, does Zach get to drink when Venkman says Chuck Dixon? Or when he says Chuck Dixon?
I don't have to drink. I just do it because it's funny.
You're just an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic. This was actually supposed to be regular eggnog minus the alcohol, but I didn't read the label.
I saw she's getting punchline. So I'm like, she's gonna have all 3 books.
God, dog, seriously? Why not just put all 3 of them in one title? Like save the money and just put them all in like a team book.
Oh my gosh!
The new Gotham City Sirens.
No.
There you go, DC.
How dare you?
No, that's good because I just saved them 3 failing titles for 1.
No, they're going to add that to these books.
No, they just take those 3, combine them into 1. Now they have 2 other titles.
That's not what DC does, though. DC doesn't.
But they could if Zaslav, if this gets to your ears, you know that's a good idea.
All right.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, I'll never do that again. I'm sorry.
My opinion. That Superman cover looks like he let out some super gas and lit it with his heat vision to let out a giant burst of flame. It is not George Reeves' likeness. Well, it's you and I disagree on that. It's not exactly, but it's kind of what they were probably going for. See, you're there. It's Randy Quaid.
It doesn't look that much like a Randy Quaid. Not like the last issue did. The last cover did look like Randy Quaid. This one doesn't look like him as much.
Well, they're trying to make old-timey Superman. That's what they're going for.
Yeah.
All right, so Ash is getting his number 5 is Detective Comics 1065. 20th Century Man, number 3 is his number 4.
Eh,
Number 3 is a book called Vanish. Number 2, is that the Johnny Cates book?
Vanish.
I don't know. I've never
Let
heard
me
of it.
see. Let me see.
His number 2 is Firepower, number 24.
Only number 2, Ash. Really?
All right.
It is Donny Cates.
Okay, it sounded
Donny
familiar.
Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman.
Oh, it's only been like 2 weeks.
Dang.
Huh.
Daniel Warren Johnson has a variant cover too,
Yeah.
and Ryan Otley.
Stegman's on, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Well, we might as well go right back down. I showed you before. So, number 2 is DC Horror presents Sergeant Rock versus the Army of Dark. I say an Army of Darkness, Army of the Dead.
Same thing.
Bruce Campbell. I gotta say, I love this. I mean, I'm not really a huge Sergeant Rock fan, but I mean, I've seen his adaptations of the cartoon, the Justice League thing, and I've also read some of the more modern stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've read it. We've read some of the older stuff. I gotta say this: when you combine like military stuff with the undead and World War II, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah. Call of Duty Zombies.
It's like Wolfenstein in a sense to me.
Wolfenstein, Overlord. You know what else they got? I don't know.
But that being said, I've been I like if you like what's it called, the Army of Darkness. Bruce Campbell kind of writes story a little bit like that, but he keeps it in as far as the going off the first issue. He kept it not so much comedy as it was suspense. You know, they kept the language they use. They tried to make it as authentic as far as what they did and how they acted in World War II soldiers. Mm-hmm. So, like I say, I've been loving the covers here. I mean, Gary Frank's got on the cover.
Nice.
He's the main cover here. Gary Frank. It's Gary Frank right here.
Very cool.
Which I do like that better than Dan Morris.
Yeah, I dig that one.
Yeah, look at these missing the tooth.
With them on fire and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool.
All right, and then we have the incentive cover, Kyle Holtz. Kind of creepy.
Right on.
And just in time for Halloween. And look, he's smoking, people.
That's right. No pretzel sticks here.
Yep. They are allowed to smoke.
Oh, see, that's the one I want. I like the propaganda poster covers.
Yep. So overall,
enough lead to keep them dead.
Overall, it's I mean it's $5 compared to normal price would be $3.99 sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's not a magazine size though.
No, it's not a magazine. Well, no, those are the black label ones normally.
It is black label, but I don't think it's magazine size. No, but it is prestige format though. Like I said. No, there was some comedy in it. It wasn't the first issue had some comedy. It was like Army of Darkness. You had the same feeling. You had all you had to say his Bruce Campbell, right? The guy saying groovy, and you would have the same feelings for me. So yep.
I didn't get too much comedy from it. I thought it was more exposition and build up. Like I feel like the second issue is where we're gonna get a lot of the action from. Because it's like, okay, here's how Hitler's making zombies. Here's the tools that you're gonna use to fight the zombies. Here's how you kill them. Now go. I mean, I liked it. I'm not saying that it was bad or anything. But
and Russo's arts is pretty good on the inside too, as well.
Yeah.
I just wish Gary Frank did everything.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, that'd be amazing if
Gary Frank did interiors.
Shoot. Didn't well, yeah, especially after just watching or just reading what he did with Junkyard Joe. Like, can you imagine Junkyard Joe done with zombies?
Right.
God. Oh, that'd be amazing. Anyway.
Zombies and cigarettes and alcohol.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And maybe inspired by Chuck Dixon. Who knows? All right, so that's my number 2. Let's go to your number 1. But first, give us a recap.
Oh, good Lord, help me. This eggnog is wearing me down. All right.
When do we pass him up at all?
Gary Frank is drawing a better war book. Yes, he is drawing a really. Actually, Junkyard Joe does have a I think it's a mini series. I don't think it's a one shot.
So
I think
Undead
there's.
Quinn, his number 2, as I just saw it, is where did I see it?
Did he
Where
put his number 2 up there?
he
I
did, he
didn't see.
did. It's a little further up. It's a I just lost it. There it is. Credo Filth. Yeah. Mel Dictus.
Seems a little on the nose.
Anthonium, number 4.
Okay.
So
Alrighty. Well, my number 5, Hash. Don't hold your breath. Is your DC Mech number 4. All right. Giant robots. I know. Save your criticisms. Okay. DC Mech number 4. That is my number 5 book. My number 4 book is Sarah Lone from Sumerian Comics. That is the New Orleans stripper Brubaker crime novel. Number 3 is Detective Comics. Number 10, what was it? 1065, I think. Yeah, 1065. Number 2 is Action Comics. Number 1048. And in keeping with long-standing tradition, as it is every time this book has a new issue comes out, my number 1 book from the great Robert Kirkman and the talented Chris Samney. You just skipped it. Firepower number 24. Right between Thunderbolts and we only
there it
find
is.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Firepower, baby. The final issue of this new story arc. Man, I'm sad because it's over. And I'm hoping that it comes back. I'm hoping that they don't just kill everybody. I don't think that they will. But
Volume 5, yeah.
but yeah, so this has been just absolutely fantastic. If you have not read Firepower, what are you doing? Look at that cover. That's not even the one that I'm getting, but look at that cover. God, that's so incredible, though. You've got like the dragon in the background, and they've got like this anime style, Dragon Ball or One Piece fight going on.
I can't stop seeing it. It's just the Puff Marshall Man on fire.
Maybe. I keep thinking of Smog, but that's because I know he's a dragon. I keep thinking of the Hobbit. But I mean, yeah, it's just now I'm getting, of course, Francis Manipul cover is actually also really cool. The Gary Franklin's nice. The detail on that with the Serpent Master, that one's really cool.
You're getting this one.
No, that's not. I'm getting the Kim Young-gi cover.
How can you not get this one? This is the best one.
It's a really good one. I will say that. Yeah, that one's like with our powers combined. No, the Kim Young-gi. Kim Young-gi. Yeah, that's the connecting one. This is like one of the last things I think he did before he passed away.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I've been collecting these covers just because I've been a big fan of his art for a while. But yeah, this story has been great. They've had this giant dragon let loose on the world, destroying Hong Kong. Owen and his clan of ninja fighters in the way of the fireball. They've been fighting against the serpent warriors. And man, it's just been a wild ride. And I feel like it's been almost going a little too safe. There have been some deaths. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but it's like not any of the big names. But knowing Kirkman and knowing how he wrote like The Walking Dead, I'm kind of hesitant. I'm kind of almost not afraid, but I'm a little bit cautious. Like, what are you going to do in this last issue?
They're going to kill off Owen, and his son's going to be the new firepower guy.
I don't think they're going to kill Owen, but like, God help me, if they kill his wife, like, I'm going to lose my crap.
The new series will be about the kids growing up with firepower.
I don't think they'll do that. But no, this has just been an absolutely fantastic book. This is my number one favorite indie book.
I'm just saying, if it's an anime, they do that. They probably do. They had the kids be the...
No, they wouldn't do that. No, what they would do is they would have Owen live to an old age. He'd die of old age, and then his kids would take over. That's what they did with Naruto.
The new series would be all about the kids. It seems to be the whole thing. Let's continue the IP.
Well, yeah.
Ignore the characters that made it great. And be about kids that nobody cares about.
Because the characters that made it great the first time are all old now.
They don't have to be. It's like comic books. They never age.
Oh my god! Yeah, but the voice actors do.
Guy who does Inuyasha, been doing it for 20 years, man. He still sounds the same.
Okay. All right. Well, I know the woman that's been voicing Luffy in One Piece has been doing it for like almost 30 years. She's ready to retire.
Replace her. It's somebody else.
No, she's iconic. Anyway.
That's what I said about Kagome, but they replaced her like at the end of the series with a new one because the actor quit.
Anyway.
Anyway, so
fantastic book. If you're not reading it, you should be. What's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. It's really great.
You should be getting this cover.
It is great. You should be. That's a good one. The cover A is also really good.
Yeah.
You know, you can get the Kim Jong-gi. That one is going to be probably worth money, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because you know, after an artist dies, their work tends to go up. But
the other thing great about this is that Finch and Dave McCraig doing variants on these. They also do variants on. They're also collecting the Walking Dead Deluxe. They both those guys work together and do covers for it. Nice. They're consistently doing covers for the Walking Dead Deluxe. So,
right on.
All right, so I'll count down mine, and I'll get to my number one. My number 5 was Scorched issue 11. Number 4 was Army of Darkness versus Reanimator. Number 3 was Moon Knight Annual number 1. Just saw them. My number 2 was Sergeant Rock number 2. And my number 1 pick of the week.
I think I know what it is.
It's Batman Beyond.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
How could it not be?
How could it not be? Look at that cover, too. I love that cover. That's a great cover.
Even your best friend agrees with me. The Batman Beyond the White Knight. Number 6.
I would have put this on my list if I didn't think that you were going to have it on yours. See, I was trying to keep it fresh for you guys in the chat. I didn't want to have us like overlapping books this week. So, you're welcome.
Yep.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Fantastic book. I like this cover, too, with both the Robins and then Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Jason Todd. And then, Dick Grayson's back in his costume. And then, Batman in the middle right there.
Yep.
And then we have here the V cover.
Yeah.
With the Joker shadow.
Why does that one remind me of the Lion King or something? Like, it reminds me of Scar killing Mufasa.
Every time I see the freaking Joker, I keep thinking, like, this is a Fables character.
Wait, what?
The way he's drawn. He's drawn like a Fables character.
The
large hands, the skinny arms, and then the pointy nose. It looks like a fairy tale character.
Maybe.
But and then here's the other one. Sean Gordon Murphy drawing the two couple. And if you bought the Tom Taylor crappy Nightwing book last week, you got scammed because there was nothing about them getting married.
Yes, hope for Starfire and Nightwing remains.
Yeah,
that is still a really nice cover.
But they did hook up in front of in
front of who?
Sal Maroni, crime boss. They were in the other room. They basically, because he's supposed to stand trial.
Dick.
I read through it because I wanted to see exactly what they're doing with this, because I haven't read a Nightwing book since I read Chuck Dixon's great series.
Read the 2-issue team up that he does with Wally West. That was good.
But my point is here, Tom Taylor's Nightwing is so bad. They had Sal Maroni drawn looking like Miguel Ferreira. If you don't know who that guy is, watch RoboCop. He's the guy who has an idea for RoboCop. He's also appeared in a couple different other movies. Passed away probably like 10 years ago, at least 6. I'm just saying, it's like whose idea was this? And then he's like, yeah, they said it only knocked me out for 3 hours, and I woke up, I heard you guys forever going at it in the back room. You know, yeah. It's how she went from basically hating him in Castellucci's Batgirl. So all of a sudden she's just boy crazy I should say dick crazy.
He went there. Yeah, well, that's just because it's like I said about Dan Slott. A lot of these writers, they don't do research. They don't look into what like the previous creators done. Like, hey, whatever these other writers done with this character, and how can I build off of that? No, it's just like, hey, okay, cool. I have Nightwing now. Boom, he and Batgirl back together.
In Nightwing, it is Sal Maroni. It's not Tony Zucco. Sal Maroni's alive.
But didn't he die in The Long Halloween? Are you saying death in comics doesn't matter?
True. Long Halloween is also, I don't believe it was actually even part of the in continuity. It was Elseworlds, I think.
Evil Black Cat is just like solidifying himself as my arch nemesis. How dare you
Uh,
call her a thought, sir?
I
She's a
mean,
warm, kind.
Starfire
She's
is getting crapped all over. Like, look at in not Deceased, but in the other one, The Vampires with Matthew Rosenberg, James Tennant. Basically, she was ripped apart.
yeah. Thanks, Tynan. You're on my blacklist too.
Zach has a blacklist.
That's
Funny.
what it's called. I didn't name it. I didn't come up with the name. Anyway,
So fun story.
yeah.
Pick it up just for the fact that they're actually including Red Hood into the story now.
Mm-hmm.
You can skip the Red Hood miniseries; it was pointless.
Yeah.
It just basically an origin that actually he didn't die. He just made everybody thought he died.
Yeah.
And the Joker let him go. How crappy was that? This is also Elseworlds story, but Terry McGinnis being Batman is probably it's still really cool in here. The new technology, Bruce hooking up with Harley.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
With Joker in control last issue. Ugh.
That was that. Okay. I'm gonna time out there. Sean Gordon, buddy, that was something. That was a Batman threesome I did not need. No.
Bruce is like, I like the watch.
Joker is like, I'm gonna use you as a puppet. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Now they're saying I hate gingers in the chat. I like Marlo and Mary Jane and Starfire's a ginger. The only one I don't like is Batgirl. I'm sorry. I like Stephanie Brown better as Batgirl. And Starfire's an orange alien, but she has red hair. So, there.
All right. That being said, that is my number one.
They're all attacking me right now. Yeah.
How are they not?
I know. I asked for it, so.
All right. That being
Good
said,
pick. Good number one. I like that.
Since we're telling you about the good books, we'll mention you about the bad books you didn't hear about last time because somebody canceled on me.
Hey, you know what book we didn't talk about?
No, and it's actually a book that didn't make my top 5, but I'm really curious to read the second issue.
I about to say, I know I'm getting the second issue. I know Skip is too.
Number 2.
Yeah, Bubba.
Like I said, I really enjoyed the first one. It was just so crazy. The way they actually just made everyone the likable characters. Even drove them. Like I said, this is was straight up like dynamite. Women exploitation, I guess. I just didn't think that Marvel would allow this, but they're like, Leah Williams. Sure, you can do what you want to do. They just basically just look at her chest and let her do what she wants to because this was green lit without even a thought about it. Because wow, I couldn't believe this is Cheesecake at Marvel of all places. Yeah. Marvel is anti-cheesecake. That being said, we'll find out what happens in this issue because X-23 shows up.
Yeah, X-23,
and she's in time for Halloween. The dress up as her not her father, but her clone daddy.
Her clone daddy. Oh my god, I hate that term, but yeah, it's accurate. Clone daddy.
Yeah. So, hopefully it's just as crazy and zany as the first one. It's cool seeing Jubilee again and back in her normal outfit. I
like seeing Boom Boom again. Boom. I haven't read Boom Boom in a long time.
That's true. I like seeing him away from the stupid Krakoa Island. I'm done with that shit. We're done with it. Drop the Krakoa. Hickman left of it. There's no reason to continue it. Stop trying to milk something that's been dead for 5 years. That cow is dead.
Stop trying to get milk from a plant, Marvel.
Yes.
It's not even milk. It's juice.
No, Marvel is, it's not anti-beefcake. They are pro-beefcake over there.
They have so much beefcake. It's not even, like, come on. You saw the Hellfire Gala outfits, like Gambit shirtless, Bishop's probably. I mean, they have so much shirtless males.
They are pro-Namor shirtless,
Namor, yeah. Well, not in the movie. Actually, no, not even the comic book. Now he doesn't wear the Speedos anymore. He wears, like, pants.
Yeah, but
So, but
like I said, we'll figure out what happens out on this, and hopefully it turns out to be good. But
I
yeah,
think it'll still be as fun as the last issue. I like this little
yeah,
comment.
yeah. You see that?
At least one of these girls will suddenly become queer by the end of this. My money's on Jubilee.
You know what's actually
My money is on Wolverine, but
well, Wolverine's not in this.
not Wolverine. X-23. I was
X,
reading the thing and it said
yes,
Wolverine.
yeah. X-23 is gonna be gay.
Maybe, I don't know. She had a boyfriend back when I read it.
She's gonna be non-binary.
I was born in a test tube. I don't have a binary.
And look, kids, we got Hobgoblin versus Spider-Man for the billionth time, but this time he's using Osborn's technology.
I still don't like that
because this Peter is.
I don't like. Peter would not use Norman I'm sorry if Norman Osborn, even if he was legitimately trying to turn and be a good guy, even if that was legitimate, Peter would not use the same gear that killed Gwen Stacy. Like, he would not do it. I don't see that. That is just no. Sorry, Zeb Wells, you done goofed up.
I was looking at old John Romita Jr. teaming up with Roger Stern back in the day during Spider-Man. He had Klaus Janson doing some of the inking on his art. And holy crap! You look at now with this cover. Look at that. This is shit. I'm sorry.
There's much worse.
I'm not
much worse.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. It is bad. It's not as bad as Rossmo, but man, it's getting there. And I'm just saying, Marvel is out of ideas. Why does Mary Jane have her own costume here? I mean,
is that the one from One More Day?
Is that Arena?
It might be Arena.
She's supposed to have her own Madam Web story.
Yeah, isn't she in the Madam Web movie that's coming out? Yeah.
And look at this, kids, the White Goblin.
What's up with this whole peeking through the blinds thing? I see this on Marvel covers all the time.
What's with all the different colored goblins now?
Well, yeah, that too.
Green Goblin, Red Goblin, White Goblin.
They're like the Beatles from Young Justice. Remember, there was Blue Beetle, Black Beetle. They're all the different colored Beetles. It's like they were Power Rangers.
Soon there's gonna be a Black Goblin.
That's racist.
I'm just saying, a non-binary Goblin too.
We've had green, red, gold, and now white. So yeah, that's 4.
I want a Blue Goblin.
That'll probably be next, and then
or maybe this is a Gold Goblin. I don't know. It's got white and some gold on it, so maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I said, I'm just getting tired of them trying to make him into James Franco's character, being a good guy.
Yeah,
helping out Spider-Man. It's done, over with. Marvel, you're drunk. You need to put down the beer and let somebody else take over the wheel.
Zach is already angry about Black Goblin.
It's the kind of reason I brought it up, because I knew you'd hate the idea. So, But that's it for this week. Like I said, the cool news is that with James Gunn, Zablov, working together, we're going to have a new DC Studios by an actual good director.
Well, he's not going to be directing the movies. He's going to be overseeing things.
Overseeing them. So means I hope he does what he's supposed to do. And that's basically tell them, you can't fucking do that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
No, not everybody gets participation trophies. Tell them no.
So what I heard, I can't verify this, but somebody was like, apparently they offered James Gunn a chance to do a Superman project, and he passed on it because maybe he figured he's not the right person to do a Superman story. So that kind of tells me, like, okay, well, maybe he knows what's in his wheelhouse to direct and what he should entrust to others.
The other thing is that he's now in charge of the TV stuff. So that's going to include the Stargirl, which Jeff Johns does.
He's not head of DC. No, Jim Lee is still head of DC. James Gunn and Peter Safran are the new heads of the animation, film, and television division.
Yeah.
With Warner Brothers.
Which was really good because Jeff Johns was in charge of the as far as Stargirl TV series.
Well, he was the showrunner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean he's still the showrunner. Like this thing with James Gunn doesn't change that.
Well, the other thing is though too, as far as what's being the store for the fate of the DC animated movies, will they be worse now? Because up to this point, they've been all right.
They've been pretty good.
Yeah.
They've been all right. I will now. The other big piece of news, also speaking of James Gunn, they did release a trailer today for the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which comes out in a month. It's only a month from now.
I'm sorry. The words holiday special has been forever ruined for me by Star Wars.
I'm sorry, Christmas special. What do you want to call
Thank
it?
you. That's a lot better because when you say
That's
holiday,
the holiday that they're referring. They say Christmas in the trailer like 10 times, so I don't know why they're calling it a holiday special. But yeah, so it's a Christmas special. It looks really good. It looks really good. Star Lord is sad because he's down in the dumps because Gamora's not around. So Mantis and Drax are like, "Hey, let's go to Earth, where he's from. It's Christmas time there." And so it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it'll be a good time.
like I said, James Gunn's proved with as far as his Peacemaker show was a hit. If he wants to do
Peacemaker
shows
was
like
good.
that,
Suicide Squad was a decent film. I think I enjoyed it. He also, I mean, yeah, he does have a style when it comes to jokes, but he also does do a lot of. He is capable of a lot of heart and a lot of like emotional stuff in movies too. So, and he is capable of telling like these big thought out, like what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy, for example. He is capable of having these big grand ideas.
And also, Henry Cavill is back, confirmed on the tweet on Monday that he is back being Superman. Doing a new film.
Yes.
Like I said, he's talked about how he wants to have control. Being a huge comic book fan, he wants to have a movie where Superman is being Superman and not being edgelord.
That's right.
So
that's right. I'm looking forward to seeing more Henry Cavill. I'm hoping to go see Black Adam this weekend. I was supposed to go this past weekend, but I caught this weird weekend flu thing. So
yeah, I honestly, I understand when they say holiday special, but if to me it just gives me flashbacks. Me and Pixel, we watched that Star Wars holiday special. So whenever something says holiday special, it's like PTSD, bro. I'm just picturing it, how bad it is. The Wookiees and it was just horrible.
They should call it the Life Day special because that's the holiday they're celebrating. It's Life Day. Do you not like Life Day, Vinkman? Are you racist against the Wookiees and their traditions?
I'm more in Belief Day. You got to believe, bro. And go read the boys when they have the Believers Camp.
I'm sorry, I'm still not there. I haven't had enough eggnog to try reading the
boys yet. Like I said, I'm so excited to talk about those issues. Sadly, Ash had things come up yesterday, so we couldn't record or stream the new books, the new one we're talking about.
Yeah,
because it is phenomenal. I love it. It's one of my favorite chapters. Basically, everything that was good and happy now is now on the rocks with Huey and his girlfriend, and you see more with Homelander forming more of a plot, into what's going on. Yes, it is getting crazy. And Ash's car is broken.
Sorry to hear about that, man.
So
that sucks. I am looking forward to seeing Black Adam. Everybody hold your shock. Yes, I am looking forward to seeing Black Adam. And I'm hoping to have a lot of fun with it.
I will not spoil Black Adam, but I'll just say it did the one thing I figured they were going to do, because if they can't, in order to do this movie, they have to elevate a certain person. So that being said, I wasn't a fan of I'll just say this. I wasn't a fan of the Hawkman.
I've heard some people say Hawkman was really well done, actually.
Like I said, I just felt he was out of character.
Now, Cyclone is the one that seems like the weird pick for me. It's like, okay, so originally the plan was to actually have Stargirl be the girl member of the team, but I said, DC doesn't like to share. They don't like to cross-contaminate the shows.
I'm not gonna get into spoilers. I'm just saying, there were some parts of the movie I just didn't care for, but overall, I had fun.
Yeah.
I looked at it as basically, if you've never read the comic books, even if you did read the comic books, it's a still enjoyable movie. People are crapping on this movie are the people who just don't like The Rock.
They're the people that raise their pinkies and they think
they hate Jumanji.
Artistic expression.
Yeah, they hate Jumanji. They hate all the Rock movies, and they like, oh, The Rock's overrated. They're sick of seeing The Rock being in all these good movies,
Yeah.
And that being said, if you do not like watching The Rock in any leading role movies, Black Adam's not going to be for you because he's Black Adam, idiot.
Yeah,
But
he is.
that being said, I hope you guys had fun tonight. I hope you guys get some good books this week. And it sounds like Ash, you got at least a couple on your list.
Yeah, Ash has 5 books this week.
Yeah.
When was the last time Ash had 5 books?
Yeah.
I don't think he had any last week.
But
Zach likes Black Adam. Then again, he's drunk on eggnog. I'm not drunk. I can still do my ABCs backwards.
Yes.
So.
And he still likes Chuck Dixon.
And I do still like Chuck Dixon. Damn you.
Just chug it all down.
No, I'm not going to chug it. That's going to burn. EVs are way too expensive. More to buy and more to operate. And they have bigger carbon footprints. They are terrible. Oh, hey, 69 girls, XYZ. 69 girls want to date you, Pinkman.
All right. I think Mariah. Mariah, get him? Okay.
And Ash said Samurai Doggy got pushed back again. Jeez.
Wow. Animal abuse. All right. On that note, we'll end it right here. If you're just tuning in right now, glad you showed up. You're a little late, but great thing about showing up late, you can rewind and go at your leisure. All right. So we do ask you though, if you are new here, I mean, even if you're not, it's please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, why not? It takes 2 seconds. If you especially love the content, love what we do here. We talk about comic books, we read comic books, do TV show reviews. Same with movies. We have less Zach on here. I mean, all for your pleasure. And if you, so basically, even we do have a Ko-Fi link here, which goes to basically the Marvel and DC comic book apps used for reading. It also goes to paying towards the StreamYard. If you want to donate $1, you can. If you can't, like I said, there's ways to help our channel out. Leave a comment after the stream down below, or sharing it out. Posting in your social medias or just word of mouth. Saying, "Hey guys, there's freaking puppets on here reading books or doing reviews. How weird is this?" I said, if you want to just turn it a drinking game every time I mention Post Crisis or Chuck Dixon, you can do that too. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this. We'll see you on Thursday for the best of the week.
That's right.
All right, guys, have a good one. Stay safe and drink responsibly. Unlike Zach here.
That's right. Don't take a sip every time you hear Chuck Dixon's name.
He's on his 6th glass.
No, it's just been the one. I promise.
All right. Later, guys.